in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money stack.
Well, Coach, as far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today we continue on in Wildcard Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Come on, set, 90, Wolf. Rock it. Now.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, set, 10-2 stop.
Hey. Check three.
Leo.
Check 99. Hey, alert 3.
Lee Griffin.
They try the jet sweep with Nelson, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And it's third down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Hey, Delta. Hey, lock it. Here we go.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Watch the backer. Check the backer. Tighten up.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Prescott from the gun. Going up top. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tony Pollard, 32 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Complete to Deshaun Hamilton. That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Go right in.
Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Check.
On first down, it's Lindsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Hey, check.
Sponge! No! We're going to 54. Right here.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here you go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. They're hauling it in, Nelson. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
The throw complete here to Williams. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 28-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, check 24.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Let's go now. 8, read. Go. Check. Come on. Now.
A run for Pollard. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
And 12 yards to go.
Everybody, go right in. Here we go, 47. Strong right. Strong 26. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A Raider first down, 17 yards.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Pollard. And an alley to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Now Pollard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Look at me, zipper.
They'll run with Pollard, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, They're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
60 or. Hey, Sam off. Ready?
On third down, it's Pollard. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ready, set.
Hey, defense, let's go. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Rock it. Hit it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll set up to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Prescott. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's got some space here. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51. We own it.
Here we go, kill.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Here we go.
You pop.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now it's Lindsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd and 11.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tony Pollard saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Prescott now. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll find Lindsey here. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back to you.
Prescott to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Prescott to throw on 4th. Airing it out for Hamilton. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 86 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 4. Check 4.
Hey, lock it. Yo.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more that they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Crash. Kill.
You're out.
Kill. Turn up. He's coming. We got double up.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Ready.
You better be afraid of me. Slam. Hatchet.
2nd and 11. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Hey, box drop.
27 miles.
Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's Freeman. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Prescott now, option right. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. Doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
And they got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Pollard going to try the right side. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and 11.
15-1. In your face.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible.